So many people say this, say that. I want to talk about the pyramids. The biggest structures ever constructed by man for thousands and thousands of years. Thousands of years. But how many thousands? I've done too much research now. Too fucking much. All pyramids are 12,000 years old, at least. The reason for their construction was to use energy lines that already exist, natural energy lines that already exist on the earth, and water and density of rock to convert electricity. Yeah, I said it. Electricity up into the top of the pyramid, where then it would be beamed up to charge the ionosphere. This charging of the ionosphere would increase rainfall, can increase and decrease tropical storms depending on where you input this current. Also, these beings who created them, the pyramids, knew how to harness the energy, the actual energy of the world. And do you want to know how they did that? Well, I can tell you if you want. You can leave by now if you want. You're more than welcome. Like, it's up to you. But they used things called obelisks with gold toppings. And these gold toppings on the obelisks would act as a conductor. And you're like, what? Conductor for what? One of the most powerful, and still to this day, the most powerful natural currents of energy, which is lightning. For example, your nuclear power plants create 15,000 to 33,000 watts. It's pathetic. A lightning bolt creates 10 billion watts. But we're too fucking stupid to go, oh, free energy is actually already here. And it's been here for thousands of years. But you're too fucking blind to see it. People were like, wait, what? Well, I'm like, yeah. Because think about one of the most expensive global companies in the world that constantly get revenue for something called electricity, where you actually have to pay for it. Yeah? Pay for it. Why? Because you have to create it. Of course you have to create it. And you're applying a charge for a service. And that's how it is. But shouldn't it be different? Well, yeah. It should. Honesty is the best policy for me. So, I'm going to explain how in ancient Egypt, you see these obelisks. For example, one of the biggest ones in ancient Egypt. Go to that. Ask the Egyptian authorities and say, I want to dig underneath it and I want to see if my theory is correct. Oh, they won't let you. Nowhere near. Because they let that shit out. Oh my god, they get nuked the same day. Because who's in charge? And how much revenue would be lost when you know, wait, you can actually make energy for free using density, mass, electricity. Oh wait, you need one more thing. You need flowing water. Yeah, I said it, flowing water to increase the charge. Or no, it's not actually, sorry, my bad, not to increase the charge, to make the charge. And then the pyramids increase the charge due to the density and mass. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But what if I'm right? But what if I'm right? Huh? Are you being taken for a fool? Every day you pay your electricity bill? Are you being taken for a fool? Every time they tax you for something you ain't even done, that they did. Think about it. Money is no longer on the worth of gold. Because it used to be, you have this much gold, and your banknotes can only be amounted to this much gold. But then it changed. And why did it change? Don't make sense, does it? So you change a whole economy that's been working for thousands and thousands of years in an instant. And you don't really see big blocks of gold anymore. Do you know why? Because they're more money than you can probably afford. Couple of K per block at least. 10K per block probably. Kilogram probably 10K. Yeah? It's a bit of gold. But why is it so expensive? Because the ancients knew its worth. It's the best conductor around. So you use it for what you're watching me on now, in your CPUs of your computer and your phone. Not only that, you have it in TVs. You have it in all electrical equipment. Take away that. There's this theory that there's reptile fucks. Yeah, I said it, reptile fucks. And apparently, they're half of us. I don't look like a monkey, do I? I don't think I look like a monkey. No, I look like a human. In our DNA, clinically proven. You can go look it up. We came from two. What? How is it possible that something that's been evolving for that much time, from the first fucking things that like mold and shit, yeah, and then you got complex life and then blah blah and then blah blah, yeah, you know the story. But there's a massive fuck off gap in your evolutionary table. And you go, why is there a gap? To the teachers, they go, I don't fucking know. Well, why would you? Because you're not given the right information. Not given any information, in fact. You're given enough information to work and supply a service to your fellow man. Whether that is waiting tables on a bar somewhere, in a shop, engineers, yeah, they get taught what they need to know to make shit. Fair. But they don't really get taught what's actually happened in this world. And the ancient Egyptians, yeah, they buried their dead in there. Egyptian came along, went, damn, yeah, let's build an empire. Used the Nile, that's very, very close to it. Yeah, bury me inside it. That's cool. Yeah, cool. Let's just say I built it. Because who would know the difference? Well, I do. So, why don't anyone else? Is it because it's too far-fetched for you to believe? Is it because you, as an individual, even if this was true, would have no power to make a change in the electronic era? No power at all. But if you can store 33,000 watts to 15,000 watts around about, backwards and forwards, who cares about the perfect linear line you have to go on in academia, yeah? There's no such thing. Churchill said, I quote, and now I'll say it in my words, man's no one gonna win. Man's no one gonna write the history books. And man's no one gonna change some shit. And man's know that we still lost the war, but we didn't even know it. And the reason why the war was ended is because they made the profit they needed. The banks made the profit they needed. And they went, shit, we're in control of you for the rest of your fucking days. Because one dude, Hitler, stood up, Austrian, may I add, Austrian origins. But no, not only Austrian origins, very, very closely related to the Rothschilds. Yeah? The Rothschild family. You ever seen those? You ever looked at those? They sell guns and pharmaceuticals. The body can heal itself. Body has always been able to do that. You cut yourself, it will heal itself. You cut yourself too much, you go get it stitched. But you get cancer. And the doctors say there's nothing we can do. You have terminal cancer. So what do? You stress. You worry. You lose your shit. You're like, I'm gonna die. We're all gonna die. But you're allowing somebody to predict your death. And what do they use to fight this nasty fucking thing? What do they use? Chemotherapy. You as a normal person on chemotherapy, if you are on it now, get the fuck off it. You're killing more good cells than you are bad cells. Your body will replace itself and look after itself if you eat the right things. But you have to make sure it's organic things. actually grown from the ground. Not grown inside somewhere, yeah? Not grown under lights with pesticides thrown on it, yeah? All of your shit, even the water you drink, has something called fluoride in it. Science now is telling you, get away from that shit. Doesn't help your teeth, doesn't help shit. All it does is calcify one thing. That's called a pineal gland. And that pineal gland connects you to what I'm pointing at right now. That's nature. And you can't be connected if your third eye is not activated. But it will activate at some point. I promise you that. One day you'll feel fucking weird. You'll see some shit for what it really is. And last thing about fluoride, which is in pretty much all of your water. The Nazis used fluoride in the gas chambers of the Jews. The easiest way to kill off a nation if they are getting too leery. What do? You don't nuke them. You can't nuke them. You just boil all the water. And you die. Nazis are the Rothschilds, are the EU, are your governments. And you are a pawn to play with. And you see that too many times with people in the army. Go over there, and if you get shot at, you can shoot back. But until they shoot you, you can't shoot at them. Isn't that a bit fair? No. Why the fuck are you in their country, bruh? Because you're on orders, yeah? Because you think you're doing some good. Do you generally think they're going to jump in a boat and sail to the UK? Or fly into the UK? Yo, we'll blow that shit up before they get 20 miles out, yeah? We're in a new age. Wake the fuck up. Before all of your shit disappears. Even you, your family, everyone that you know and love could be gone tomorrow if they decide it. All they have to do is boil your water supply. That's all they have to do. Have a great day. Wake the fuck up and realize energy, which Nikola Tesla actually knew and succeeded in, charged the ionosphere near him, and then brought down that charge via lightning rod, converted the charge, and used it. But his technology was taken away from him by the people in charge. Because you can't have free energy. We've spent so much money on it, we can't have free energy. And you think wind power will do that? No. Fucking chance. You think water power by itself will do that? No fucking chance. I want to know why the fuck we burning fossil fuels when we can go to an active volcano, pour loads of water in like they do anyway, and take all the steam, let it move the thing, and then you create energy, and you don't need to burn nothing. You don't need nuclear power. That's just one way. You guys are dumb. You're happy living in your shit. Just either live in your shit or revolt. And don't do it so they have legal bonds to fuck you up, yeah? Non-violent protest. And backing for one thing. Free energy. Guarantee. It works. It's up to you to decide now. It really is. What do you want this world to be?